next week. Okay, I've got the recording going, and then you know what I love to do. Even though you guys haven't been really noisy at all, I just love to mute you all. I got the power. Yes, I do. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome to ISA Best You Team Express, the business Zoom. We're here every Monday night, 5:30 p.m. to PST to learn from our, executive trainers that are out there really rocking their business, doing their business. And tonight is no different. If you're just jumping on and you haven't been muted, go ahead and mute yourself. I'm going to make Stephanie co-host really fast in case she's not, and see if she can go live in ISA Best You. Hello, Stephanie. There you go.
The pressure's on, Steph.
Yep. Now maybe we got that. So I'm really excited, you guys. Today starts the new commission month, and that means we start over for Leader in Action, getting 20 points or more so you can get that Zoom with Kathy Coover and you can get the nice reward. We got the water jug, that is only for Leader in Action participants, 20 points or more for a commission month. And then we got the beach towel that's just, you can't order it, it's just for this, and then another Zoom. And then this next month, what did I say it was going to be? Or did they say? I don't think so. I got a Leaders in the Loop email. If you're executive and above, you get it every Sunday night to tell you what's up and coming with Isogenics for the week. And if you're on the call this morning, I ran through that letter with that letter. That email with you guys. And one of the things that's really groovy, it's been posted everywhere, is 4 boxes of ISA Delights. Put that in your order right now, because when you do that and at the end you put in the code MOM in capital letters, MOM 21, the numbers 21, it will automatically give you that 4th box for free. So who doesn't love ISA Delights and getting a whole box for free? So make sure you do that. I think that promotion's only a couple days long, so you want to get in there and get it done. And I know in the past, if they run out of that promotion, then guess what? You won't get it. So write in the comments if you're going to do that, or write in the comments, what is your favorite flavor? I would love to know what your favorite flavor is, or write in the comments what you think mine is. I think that'd be kind of fun. I want you guys to make sure you have your notebook and your pen out, is what I started to say earlier, because you are going to get trained by a powerhouse tonight, and I'm excited for that. Get your calendars out if it's on your phone, or I like to write in. I have so many paper calendars. I have my book, and then I have my desktop one. Make sure you mark out the month of May, the 6th, the 13th, 20th, and 27th for 5 p.m. PST. We are going to be trained by Kathy Coover and her Glow and Grow crew, all about the collagen and how to grow our business even more with the collagen elixir, which I'm sure, are we all using collagen? Oh, love, she loves that. Nessa loves it. I love it too. I could like fill up a champagne glass and just drink that all night. I would love that. But anyway, make sure that you got that in your calendar. And then I hope that you were all on Canada Celebration that just happened on Friday and Saturday, because you know why? Because why not? We're a global company, so we're building in all arenas. And if you're not building in another country, doesn't mean your team isn't, and you're getting business volume. So you might as well learn about what's going on in other countries. And then I love Monique was like, I'm your token Canadian. That was really funny this morning, Monique, when you said that. But it's definitely something we should be doing. I'm shooting on you. We should be doing, because we need to support our teammates in whatever country they are in, or wherever somebody's building. So if you didn't get a chance to be on that, you can go back and watch some of the recording. I got so many nuggets. I have my little notebook here and I took notes. And one of the things that I always love and sit on the edge of my seat for is whenever Kathy Coover, co-founder Kathy Coover, or Jim Coover speak. And they were so entertaining because they were so just humbled and just down to earth. And Susan Sly interviewed them, and she's one of the top leaders in Isogenics. She has like, I don't know, 15 businesses and 5 kids, and she's a top earner. And I love to listen to Susan Sly, but she interviewed them. And I just want to tell you a couple of my notes really fast before we go on to the training. I talked about it this morning, but Kathy Coover was asked by Susan Sly, what is it, who is it that you are looking for when you ask somebody to join your business? Now, remember, Kathy Coover built to the top income earner, top position in 3 different network marketing companies before she and Jim built Isogenics. So that's something to really remember. Do you think she knows something? I think she does, right? But when asked what she looks for in a person is this, is a burning desire to change their position in life. Do you have a burning desire to change your position in life? And it doesn't necessarily mean monetarily, but she was specifically talking about business. So do you have that burning desire? And here's what I want to say to that. And we've heard a lot of trainers train on this, is you don't get what you want. You get what you are. So leaning into any event or any training that Isogenics has makes sense, right? Because we want to become all that we can become to attract who we want to attract. So that was just one thing that just really like hit me in the head. And she said she looks for people that are determined, driven, have grit. Nothing will stop them. They don't get complacent. And I just loved her list. And so what I said on the call this morning, I'm not going to go over that. You guys, if you weren't on the call, you can go back and listen to the recording. But what I said about all of that is when somebody of that magnitude is giving a list of what they look for or how they do business, I go through my mind and I check all the cells in my body and go, am I that? Could I be better at that? Should I be doing this? Yes, I should be doing this because she just said I should be doing this. Like I go through my whole being and put myself in check. I do. That's what I am, like Chip said, I'm always talking to myself. I'm always talking to myself. So whenever I put it out there to teach or share with anybody, just know it went through my whole being first. Like I had to check myself. And then Jim Coover said something, and then we're going to get on to the training. He said that you're not, oh yeah, I got to go through recognition. Thanks, Jeff Beebe. He said, you're not dependent on your independent actions. So if you think about that, as we support our teammates, you're not dependent on your independent actions. You leverage yourself by duplication. Well, we've got that mapped out. We have duplication on this team. We have systems in play, and I'm really proud that we have that. He said, plug into the success validated by the people that came before you. And we've got Rhonda Collier, you've got Jennifer Trinkner, you've got us, and you've got other trainers that train on the Zoom, that train on the calls, that have, maybe if you're newer, they've gone before you. You plug into the duplication of that because you're not your independent actions. You get to leverage yourself by duplication. And I love that. I love that. And then Susan Sly ended that with, there's a long game to this. Right? We don't just build overnight, we're millionaires overnight, but the long game to this is lean into the leader that you can become. So just write that down because I think that's so important. All right, I'm going to go on to recognition, and then I am, why does my recognition always leave when I'm ready? And then I am going to just introduce this phenomenal trainer, leader, executive. Give me 2 seconds while I pull up my recognition. Oh yeah, this is such an exciting time. I mean, did you guys lean into all the promotions last week and make those phone calls, do those reach outs, do those messages? Did you lean into that? And gosh, run with it, because when Isogenics gives us these types of things, they're for us, like they're for our business, that they help us grow our business. Well, I can tell you, and I'm pulling it up right now, sorry, it's loading. I can tell you there's some people on this team that ran with this and not only did enrollments, but what they did, okay, load. what they did is they helped people rank advance. And when you get your people paid, when you help people get paid, that actually ups your retention level if you don't already know that. And they might not run with it. They might be cool with an extra 100, 500, or $1,000 forever. Like, that's cool to them. But you never know when the light bulb turns off, or they need more than that, or they want to entertain more than that. So always be available to work with your people and show them how to get their products paid for, and be manager making machines. We have 14 new rank advancements in this organization from last week. Thank you. Yes. You know the drill. Let's clap and make it a big, big deal. 14 rank advancements this last week. And I'm going to read the sponsor, and then I'm going to read the consultant's name. I'm going to start with consultants, go manager, and then yes, we have a new director. So here we go. We have sponsor Beth McLaughlin and consultant Ron McDonald. Sponsor Dr. Colleen Olitsky, and consultant is Kelly Vandiver. We have sponsor Tracy Calvert and consultant Donna Scott. We have sponsor Rosie Henry and consultant Rob Snoke, and sponsor Kathy Loomis and consultant Mike Loomis, sponsor Ruth Tellez and consultant Katiana Tellez, sponsor Ian Brammer, consultant Kristen Pacheco, sponsor Yvette Cepeda, and consultant Sandra Reynoso. We have sponsor Frankie Hernandez, Franken D. Hernandez, and consultant April Hagenbuch. We have sponsor Chris Harvell and consultant Thomas King. And we have sponsor Rob Ness and consultant Tanya Ziegler. And we have sponsor Monique Feser with a new manager, Rob Ness. Woo woo! And then you have, no, we didn't do it, she did it. You have Debbie and Jeff Beebe with our new one-star Silver Circle director, Andrea Metzler. So woo, you guys, good job. That is 14 rank advancements on this team for last week. That is, that's exciting stuff, right? Okay, here we go. Got your notebooks, got your pens. We've got our token Canadian. she said that, I didn't. We had our token Canadian that is a certified health and life coach. She's the creator of Happy, Healthy, Sexy, Wealthy. She's a nutritional coach. She just wrote a book. What's balance got to do with it? Or balance schmalance. She is our one-star Golden Circle Crystal Executive, Monique Feser. Take it away. Woo!
And I can save you the time for reading the book. Balance has nothing to do with it. Nothing. And I'm sorry if I freeze. Apparently my internet, I don't know what's going on, but I moved and it still froze once. So bear with me. And I'm sorry if you're going to talk to or look at the top of my head, but I have to talk from my notebook. Today I made all my notes, all of that. So the first thing is, and Debbie, just you saying this, like, oh, Canadians, Australia, blah, blah, blah. If you don't have your international sponsorship, make sure you go into your back and get it. Because you have a national team. Just on this, you've got an international team. So I'm from Canada. A lot of my team's from Canada. I have a team in Australia, Mark Greer, and I have this team and people that I've enrolled from the States. So make sure you've got your international sponsorship. It's important so that you benefit from that. What I'm going to talk about is our celebration from this weekend. Was, like, for me, the best one yet. I guess maybe because it was geared to us Canadians. But you can actually go and you can still watch stuff until the 20th of May. So if you didn't go on, or you missed some of the breakouts or whatever, anything that you really want to see, which there's a lot in there, you can still watch it until the 24th of May. Plus, you can buy your tickets for the celebration happening in July. You can correct me if I'm wrong, Debbie, but they're like $10. It's quite funny because $10 people to commit to come, but 5 of those dollars goes to the foundation. So they're not making from this. It's just more of a you know, they're going to give it to the foundation, and it's going to you know, get people to commit to really be there. Because if you spend any amount of money, like when I buy my Starbucks coffee, I drink that baby right till the bottom, and that's what they're trying to do, right? Is get you to really commit. So those are the first couple things that I wanted to point out. There was a leadership training before the start of the general sessions and stuff like that. And I don't remember, I didn't write down because I wasn't prepared. I didn't write the name of the couple that were speaking, but I wrote down what they said. And one of them said, starts with, and I can't remember the couple that was talking. They were both a professional couple. They gave up their careers and started doing isogenics full time. And I just remember when they said that, that was the first thing I wrote down in my book, is it starts with you. So whether that's your health journey, your business, or anything like that, that starts.
Hey, Monique, we're having a little bit of audio problem.
Uh-oh.
So I don't know if I don't know.
You have a headset you can put in?
Yeah, I don't know if that would help, but what happens is like every 4th or 5th word doubles, and then it pauses, and then it kind of gets wonky, and then you come back.
But we can still hear you, so it's duplication.
I can still hear you, yeah.
Let's go.
It's just a little wonky.
So tell me if it gets worse.
Okay.
I honestly don't know what's going on. This is new.
We can hear you. Let's go.
Hear you. So you guys, you're just going to have to buckle in and listen extra hard, and that's good. I like it. That's good.
I'll maybe slow down when I talk. That might help. I don't know. My apologies. If there's something that I say that somebody really wants to know and they didn't get it, just put it in the chat and we can answer it or address it afterwards. Hopefully. Sorry, everybody. Kathy or Debbie was talking about Kathy and Jim, and you know, being interviewed by Susan Lai. And one of the things Kathy said, and I think I'll make it into a poster on my vision board. Kathy said, can't be in isogenics and not become a better person. And that just makes me love them so much more. And it's so true, whether that means you're a better person because you're healthier and you're sharing that with your family, or if that means you're a better person because you're learning to do all of this personal development. It's absolutely 100% true. You can't be in isogenics and just not a better person overall. And I firmly believe that, because I look at everybody here and I think, these are my people. This is who I want to have tea or coffee with, or my shake. Like these are my people. So those were a couple of things. The first kind of general session, part of the general session that I really started taking notes on was with Kay Morrison. I can't remember. I jotted notes really fast, but she did the whole technique on how to talk to people. And she did it in the acronym of FORM. And if you guys have time, go back into the Canada celebration, go back into that first session, and you'll find a topic that's called, you know, follow up and connecting and all of that. And she goes through this formula called FORM. I took screenshots and printed it off. I didn't reinvent the wheel. I didn't retype them, nothing like that. All it is people wonder how to talk to people. And those of you guys that have seen me train or heard me train, you know how much I love social media and how much I like on social media. And this is perfect. This tells you how to step through and how to talk to people, how to open up the conversation and not come at them with, these are our packs, this is our system, join us, discount. Like, it gives you the steps to start that relationship with them, right? And the acronym is FORM. The F stands for, where are you from? Talk about their family. What part of town do you live in? What part of the country? What country? You might make sure when you're talking to somebody that we are actually open in their country. I've done that before. I've had weeks-long conversations and then realized, yeah, beautiful person, you can't be on our program because we're not there. So where's your family? Do you have a lot of family nearby? Do you have children? People love to talk about their kids and their grandkids and the fur babies and all of that stuff. That's the F form. Talk about where their family, their kids, fur babies, their fish, whatever. The O stands for their occupation or their career. Seems like a logical, what do you do for work? How long have you been doing it? Do you see yourself doing it in 10 years? This is a good one. Because if they're talking about, I hate my job, I hate everything I do, that's a good conversation to expand on. You know, like holidays. I didn't realize that not everybody gets holidays all the time. I'm just naive in that. So that's the O, your occupation, your career. How long have you been doing it? I know I talked in one of my other trainings and people were saying, well, I just don't have time for this. Like, I work 3 jobs. A good response to that is, so how long do you plan on doing that? Like, how long do you think your body can handle you working 3 jobs? Again, that's a good off take to start to talk to somebody about what you do. The R in form, in that acronym, and I'm sorry if this is hard for you guys to listen to, is recreation and fun. What do you do? Oh, you live by the beach, Christina? Lucky, right? What do you do for fun? What are your hobbies? Do you scrapbook? Do you cook? Do you paint? Right? I put a post on a little while ago talking about I wanted to start a paint by number. I had 3 people order paint by numbers, not through me, but just randomly because they thought it was a great idea. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, another part of that recreation is fun is do you like whole things like that? That's kind of dead in the water at this point because go anywhere. At least we can't even go to our neighboring provinces. So, and the M in form, and this is where she said, this is the magic, is what she said, because the M is silent. This is where you get to listen to all of their answers, their motivations, right? That is where you zip it and you listen. You're looking for all of their pain points, and you're looking for all of the answers to those questions that they're kind of guiding you, but you have to pay attention and actually listen, or the whole conversation is for naught. So you actually have to listen to what that reasoning is. So that was the first one. And these, you can go and listen to them. You can take, I don't think she actually updid or uploaded her slides, but like I said, I just took a picture with my phone and then I printed them off. And she was real. Actually, I don't think there was a bad but another thing, and I get to say this because I'm Canadian and there is some Canadian here, but for once, we have something that you don't. We have 3 packs. There are 3 pilot packs that we have, and I went through them. I listened to Sarah Richter and I went and I wrote everything down, and they are things like daily immune and support pack, a brain boost pack, and a daily adapt pack. So then this thinking about making my own my pack. That was something else that they trained on, because I promote, our value pack, or premium pack, like that is my shtick, and that is what I promote. But it really got thinking in other ways to create that my pack that they gave us, so that I still, benefit from the bonuses and the PIBs and stuff like that. But they're throwing some different ideas at us to see how we like them, and see how popular they are. So we'll report back to you, US people. Really people, but for once we got something that you did. I had to point that out, make note of that. Even for you to listen to this Sarah Richter, when she's talking about, she did a product update section, and just the things she said, regardless that they had to do with these packs, was really informative, right? What did she say here? She said there's 3 things that she says about these packs, and this is really good if you're putting your own presentation together. Is 1, all of the products are good for you, they taste good, and they're easy to take like that, right? Number 2, products held to the high quality standards. And 3 was the products are based on scientific evidence. So when I give my presentation, I don't get into the science, because that is not my strong suit. I can explain to you how the program works and why it works, but I don't get into the science of it. So for me, just to be able to say it's based on scientific evidence, that's it. That's my box, right? Sorry, I am through my notes. This isn't a rehearsed speech. So she went through all of those packs, and she went into all about a few of the products, which was really interesting because I don't take time to do that. So I was able to write really quickly and make notes on some of the products. At the very beginning when Eric Coover talked, and he I got so excited. And I'm not a bandwagon person. I'm not a person that jumps on every bandwagon and I'm like, yeah, this is so exciting. Oh my God, this is so great. But when he starts talking about what they're doing with the planet and trying to protect the planet, and you guys, that little recyclable scoop in the shakes, I was like, that had been, and I don't know how long. I saw that little scoop. And when he talked about, he gets really jacked up. And when he started talking about all of that, and what they're doing, it's just another check mark onto why this company is so progressive as far as the products and what they're doing and trying to protect the environment and have it around for years and years to come. And I guess maybe that's one of the reasons that I get on these sessions, is to just renew my faith and my in what I'm doing. And Eric, Couvers as a whole, they always do that for me. I'm moving on. There was another breakout, sorry, I keep forgetting, called Tools for Retention, which I thought was a really good one. They had the, it wasn't called a map, but it was called the next 30 days to manager, the next 30 days to director, the next 30 days for executive. So if you're in any of those, if you're a consultant and you want to go to manager, go and find this and watch the one that applies to you. They're really good. And I am executive, but I actually sat down and I walked 30 days to executive to remind me kind of how I got there, right? And so that when my person comes up and coming, I remember that and can share that. And what you should be doing. For me, what should I be doing as executive? I should be reaching out to 30 plus people a week. I do a lot more than that, but that's a guideline. Reach out to 30 more people a week. Find new friends with common interests. I can't remember the rank that she was talking, but she was there. And this is still stuff that she's right. And I know I've said that before, when you get to executive, you don't coast. You friggin' work really hard. Otherwise you don't stay executive for very long. That's what I've learned. But talk to people anyway. So they went through the map for manager, for director, for executive, right? And I'm going to do a very similar thing because I got to hit 2-star here like pretty damn quick because I declared it. But then they talked about something called tools for retention. And this is really good, buddy, who's building a team, right? And how to keep those people. We work so bloody hard to introduce this to people and show them our way, our healthy journey, and how what for them and how good they can feel, and and then we're going to show you how we can get your products paid for and make some money, and we do all of that, and then poof, they can just disappear. And so when they started talking about the tools for retention was like the first one I watched, because I'm like, okay, this one's really important to me. This is so I really need to learn for my business. And one of the things there was 3 we actually talked about. One of them was empowered enrollment. One of them was, and I'll say this wrong and I apologize, but experiential support and extraordinary recommendation. Those were the 3 things that they talked about. And I will tell you, empowered enrollment. I don't know how many of you have heard this if you've been in the industry, but you are farming, not hunting. We're not attacking people with what we have. He said, you don't get married the first date. And I thought, that's perfect. Because when I first started, I just expected everybody was going to do what I was going to do, just because like it was so great. Like, just marry me. I know you don't know me. No, you know nothing about me, but just marry me. Yep, no problem. Yeah. But don't get married on the first date and continue to drip. This is a relationship thing, right? Kind of, and give them and try and figure out what is their, what did he say? What is their compelling reason to act? So digging in there, having that conversation. And all of these things that I'm talking about right now is what the penny is. This is what the penny app is all about, right? The second one was the support. I won't even try and say the word, but you have to take good care of the people that you bring into the business, that you bring into the company, whether that is as your team, your business builder, or if it's someone who's using the products and wants to have huge, you've got to take them. How do you do that and you won't forget and they fall through the cracks? The penny app, same thing. And the extraordinary recommendations, testimonials, she said, get people to join the Eat for Free, all of that stuff. The penny app, this is where you can reach out to the people that you talk to. Maybe it wasn't for them, maybe somebody who might be interested, but these were all the things. And then they had the wonderful Lucas from Squamish, BC on the screen, and he talked about the penny app, and he showed us how to create a list in the penny app and that stuff. But that whole section, that whole tools for retention, that's the penny app right there. Like, they did a whole section on it, and we've got the whole thing just on our little itty bitty phones. It's right here. So as you can tell, I watched a lot and I took a lot of notes. They had the last thing that I watched, and I actually tried it today. You'll all be very proud of me. Was the very last, was about mindset. That I'm looking, and I'll probably say it wrong. Kyle Nikrash. Can't remember how to say his name. He talked about shifting your mindset and shifting your business. And I know we talk about mindset till we're blue in the face, but I ran into this wall this morning. Yeah, I ran into this, and I printed off, and that's actually there too. You can actually print these little helper sheets. They are they're actually a Canada Facebook page, but they're also on the Canada site. You can actually click the link and do it and print it off. But he did this really cool exercise where he was talking about, like, okay, you had to make, I'm going to give you for instance, that happened this morning, and it'll probably help you better understand. I had a call scheduled for this morning and I was not feeling it. I was not feeling it, which is rare for me because Mondays I'm usually raring to go and I'm really, on top of things. And I was not feeling it. And partly it was in my brain and I was thinking, this is somebody from a few years ago that I worked with years back. He's just, my brain, he wants free advice. This is what was in my head. He just wants free advice. And geez, do I really have time for this? And I was really getting it in my head. Bad attitude. And I could have very easily talked myself out of having that call and that whole conversation because I was just not in a good space. And tell ourselves these things. I think everybody has those moments where they're not feeling it. They're not, what is a term that Emily always says? It's oh gosh, it's energy, right? Emily Vavra always talks about that, but about the energy that you put out there, right? And I was putting this negative energy around this whole call. It was so silly, but you get in your head. And what Kyle was saying, he says, we've all been given the same tools, and it's what we do with them. And he did a couple of different things, and he was asking the questions, saying, okay, put yourself in a situation. I was just talking about, like, for instance, this morning, what are the relations that you're having, right? Write it down. Mine was, he just wants, free advice about whatever, whether it was health coaching or, we used to be in real estate together. Maybe he wanted real estate advice. I don't know. But I was getting in my head. And then I was making all of these judgments about myself, about my knowledge, about him. Like, so silly, well, he's probably not going to listen to what I have to say anyway. Like, what am I time? Horrible mindset. I know. I'm embarrassed to even be telling you. Inner conflict. Do you feeling when you're going through and making that decision? What are you feeling like? Like, for me, it's right stomach. Others, a headache. Right? Other people, like, they start feeling tired. Whatever it is. And then, like, think about when you're saying all of those things, when you're going through that process, what messages are you sending, like, out there when you go through all of that inner conflict and everything? What energy are you putting out there? So what Kyle went through was this whole shifting gears. And it was, I did this morning, guys. I don't think I even realized how well I was doing it at the time. You had to shift your whole, everything that you're going through and what you're saying to yourself, and dig yourself out. And it's going to take you more than 2 minutes. It's going to take you like 15 minutes to work through all of the questions and all of the stuff to help shift your mindset. But I'm going to tell you, it totally works. I did. I went his 3 minutes attitude. Probably took me a little longer because I was really thinking I was sucking this morning. And I reminded myself, okay, I just spent like 2 days listening to this celebration. I was totally pumped up. I was loving everything they were talking about. The products. They told me that isoline's coming back into Canada. I just about fell off my chair. Then they hinted at something about the collagen. Again, I just about fell off my chair. I never got any final answers on that, but I'm still pretty excited. So write down, he went through the shifting 3 minutes of the gratitude. Get it in, get your brain, get your heart in the space, right? Maybe, just maybe, he's going to be really excited to talk to me. And I'm going to tell you the end result as I go through this because it's going to make more sense. I got on the phone with this gentleman from 3 provinces away, got talking to him, and he and his wife tomorrow are both going to be joining. And that was not what I was expecting at all, because I had knocked myself up. But I changed my mindset, and it probably changed his. So the other thing he said was, what vision do you have for the person or this event? So think of what I guess you would want for, well, that I have. Everybody needs what I have, right? I went in with a totally different attitude, he was telling me what I would normally say to him. Well, I do have some weight to lose, but it's really that we want to just get, set up to be healthier. Okay, that's not only what I say. He was saying it back to me. I had just put myself in the right position. To yourself, this is going to be a very easy flowing conversation, instead of, oh, I'm going to be, banging my head against the wall trying to understand. Shift it, and that's what's going to come out of you when you start sharing. What's the end result that you want to see for these people? And I know I'm running through this like fast and all of that, but go and print these off. They're going to be really, really helpful. One of the last, what personal passion or gift do you commit to bring to the conversation? So what about you? So what is your A game is what he kept saying. Well, my A game is normally my positive energy. That's something that I can bring to any conversation. And I have to remember that. The fact that I actually care about what I'm talking about and that I'm sharing it with him to improve his life, that's what I'm bringing. And this was all me overriding that crappy, negative, judgmental attitude I had prior to starting that call. I was giving every excuse. Well, we got the pros, for me, it's 10:30. I doubt I can get that call done. I did, and I had 10 minutes to spare. So talk yourself into it, or you can talk yourself out of it. But that was the last one that I watched where I ended it, and it was actually a perfect place to end it. Thank you, Mark. He says, your vibe attracts your tribe. That's exactly what he said. He goes, I know this is dorky, but it's true. Your vibe attracts your tribe. But that, everything I learned, and I actually texted Jeff halfway through the celebration, and I said, I'm learning so much. And I think I was just open to it. And I was just taking notes. I got it written in the back of my team. I was just going crazy. And I loved it. And I will probably go back and make sure that I've watched actually every single breakout. And then to top it off, on Canada call this morning where they do give our updates, I won a prize and I didn't even know I was in the running. I won a gift. They'll put like a $25 gift, whatever, in my back office because I answered a question on the trivia before the celebration even started. So I was like, wow, I must have been in the right space. So that is basically all I have there. I was difficult to listen to. I apologize. But anything that I missed, Debbie or Jeff or anybody that was on, they, I guess, want to share. I just thought it was great. It was so good.
Hey, Monique, when are you going to go through? When are you training for corporate? I heard you're doing the compensation plan or something for corporate. Give us some updates.
I'm doing the opportunity presentation on May the 5th. It's the very first Canadian opportunity presentation that they're doing. And I get to do May 5th. So anybody that wants to jump on, so I see some of your faces, please do.
We'll be on.
Yes.
Yeah. I get to do run through with Tracy Ashford here in Canada, and then I do the actual presentation on May the 5th. I think it's 6 o'clock our time, so that's 5 Pacific time, and yeah.
Love it.
Very.
So Monique, that was so great. And you hit on Kyle Nicrash, and he's one of the leaders in Isogenics when we first got started that we just really leaned into learning from him. He was always on stage. Him and his wife are amazing people, but I don't know if you can see my notebook, but I totally have Kyle Nicrash. I watched that ending and I loved it. And I downloaded you know, the papers that you're talking about, shift your mindset. I put it in the comment section for you guys. And then he also has the income producing activities log, you know, and it was such a great training, a great way to end. And right now, all day, actually, I've been trying to get on isogenicsevents.com for the Canada celebration to go back and look at some of those. And I'll let you know that it's not up right now. I contacted Cal and he said that they're working on I guess the different languages, and then they'll put it back up and you guys can go into those and you can download or print out whatever you need to also. But you're definitely, when you're not reaching out, when you're not, you know, on phone calls, on Zooms with your people, enrolling people and doing your follow-ups and doing the activities, the income producing activities in your Isogenics business, I highly recommend you put it in your ear or you watch it and get some nuggets like Monique did, because I love what you said. Wait, let me, hang on, I have it. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. I love this. Events, this is what I got from you. You listen to what they have. What do they have? All the products are good for you. They all taste good. They all work. We're peer reviewed. The science isn't on trial, right? And when you go to an event and when you stay in the loop of everything that Isogenics gives us, it just builds your belief stronger. And that's what you had said. You know, you lean in and it builds your belief. And then it's easier to make those phone calls because, Monique, I love the honesty. You know, there's days we don't feel like it. There is, you know, and the more those days we get, the easier it is to doubt everything, everyone, and ourselves. And so when you lean into the events and you lean into these calls and these Zooms and stuff, it just helps keep your belief and your vibration level higher. And I love learning from you. I know that's the word. I love learning from you, Monique. Thank you so much for all of that. Is there anything else you want to add on to any of that?
There isn't. And like I said, I'm an bandwagon person, but when I listen, Jim and Kathy, Eric, like they sit on that couch, they are just these everyday people, just talking about everyday stuff. Never, you know, it's the most amazing thing. And I think when I was first introduced to this industry, it was a lot of bling, it was a lot of flash, it was a lot of, I got this, you know, and they sit there and they have these normal, honest conversations that you kind of do feel like you're really just sitting there with it, and you're just saying, you know, not a lot of hype. They just sit and talk. It's you know, it draws you in. She said that, like, honestly, you can't be Isogenics and not become a better person. I got a lot of little choked up because I thought that is absolutely 100% true. 100%. Whether it's your health, your mindset, your bank account, like 100%. I believe that 100%. And it was just the way she said it. It was so honest and everything. I just loved it. Yeah, I just thought it was great.
And it trickles from the top. So like when I said in the beginning, we don't get what we want, we get what we are. And she said that. She also said that Isogenics attracts the best people. And if I look at Jim and Kathy, they are some of the best people. So look what they attracted. Take that in, you guys, take that in. They didn't get what they want, they got what they are, and that's you. That's this team, that's the organization, that's everybody in Isogenics. So take that in, take a deep breath and pat yourself on the back, because you are that. Love it, love it, love it. All right, well, if you don't have anything else, Jeff Beebe, do you have anything else?
I just want to say thank you for the training, Monique, and thank you for the leadership you're bringing. And now stepping into training on corporate events, it's just a powerful thing to sit here and look at this team and to see how many people that have gotten phone calls from Jim and Kathy on this call right here. How many people that have been asked to train. You know, we got Mark Greer in Australia, now Canadians being trained, the US is training. We've all gotten phone calls. Frankie's gotten phone calls from Jim and Kathy, you know, and it's a beautiful thing to see not only the rank advancements in this team and the growth in this team. And it's so beautiful. And I just want to congratulate each and every person that has rank advance this week. Consultant is a huge thing. So you hit consultant, just be so proud of yourself, because that's lives you've changed, and it's just going to get better and better and better. It's all of a sudden manager. Then you're going to be Andrea Metzler, that's a director that's ready to hit executive and going straight to the top. It's just to see the light bulbs go off and the lives that are being changed, physically and financially. You know, it just lights us up, because we know you guys are on your way to time and financial freedom. Time is huge. The time part is huge. You know, the financial part is what allows you the time. You can be rich with no time. You don't have financial freedom. When you create financial residual income, passive income, that allows you this life that you can just make choices. Man, my flipping pajama bottom still, guys. Today, Monday, is my day off from the gym. I got to walk around all day while other people had to go to work, you know? So think about what the lives were changing. It's just a beautiful thing. So anyways, that's it. Thank you for this training, and it's time. And let's just flip and rock this week, and let's really change as many lives. We don't need promotions with Isogenics. We do not need promotions with Isogenics. It's life-changing what's happening. You know, when you look at people in our team that's 450-pound weight loss, you can't tell me that 100-pound weight loss, 200 pounds, you can't tell me that's not flipping life-changing. To make an extra $20,000 in your household a year, 50,000, 100,000, 10,000 a month, 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month, that starts becoming life-changing. But just remember, $500 a month can change somebody's life a month. Somebody that's struggling, 500. We hear these numbers, oh, 20,000 a month, 50,000 a month, 10,000 a month, but $500. Someone that's driving a flipping car that's about ready to break down, that's flipping struggling. This is life changing. Just to be able to drive their kids around in something safe. Just remember that, because you got to put yourself back into reality once in a while and go, dude, I remember when I was driving this thing. I remember Debbie's granddad, and I'll go, this is a little story, but I had Debbie's granddad. I had flipping hot rod 55 Chevy with no seatbelts. I had a 69 Chevy van. He came over and didn't ask me, pulled up with a green Ford Pinto station wagon with US mags on it. Handed me the keys. He goes, how much can you pay me a month? Because this is what you're driving my grandson around, my granddaughter around in. You're not driving in those cars. And I couldn't afford a car like that back then. So just remember, $500 can change somebody's life. Show them how to get their products paid for. Show them how to make a little extra money, $1,000, and turn it into $2,000, $4,000, $10,000 a month. And you'll just flip and light up more than anything when you see that 4,000, 5,000, 10,000 coming in a month. And all of a sudden they go, guess what? I don't have a boss no more. And all of a sudden they're making 20,000, 50,000. So anyways, keep it up, guys. Let's just make a difference in people's lives, and lean in to what we're doing and be consistent. I want to say there's somebody that's, Andrea Metzler is so flipping consistent right now. It's unbelievable. Every night, what, 10:30? 10:30 at night, we get a text. Boop. Every night for the last, we did this accountability thing for the last 3 months. Every night she posts. I'll show you. I'm gonna read it right now and then we're done. She posts every day, I can't find the group. Here it is. Today, this is Sunday. 6 reach outs, follow-ups, 11 new friend requests, 1 added to AH. Then the day before, 21 reach outs, follow-ups, 10 friend requests, 3 added to AH. The day before, 13 reach outs, 10 follow-up, 10 friend requests, 2 added to AH. The day before, 16 reach outs, 2 added the HH and the HG. It just every night, every 14 reach outs, 11 friend requests, back through walk office, tag 7 people in AH with info. Every day it comes through here. And she's just enrolling and enrolling and enrolling and enrolling and enrolling, creating consultants, because she has such confidence on telling them what it's done for her and the people around her. And she has confidence in telling them how much she's earned. She's talking to business people now. This is what has changed my life. This is where I'm at right now. This may be for you. It's that consistency pays off. You can talk to any successful person in the world, and it's all about consistency. Consistency always wins. Else wins, but consistency. So just be consistent, and it just it brings a smile to your face, guys. Consistency. And if you can't think of somebody, reach out to see who you can help with something else, and then tell them what you're doing and ask them for referrals. All right, guys, here, let's end this. We're right on.
Hang on.
Here we go.
I missed a name on recognition, and I just saw Monique just congratulated her, and I just messaged Monique. I'm like, did I miss a name? And I don't want to do that. So I have to give one more shout out, actually 2 more shout outs. I have a shout out to sponsor, let me just look really fast, Donna Clark and her newest consultant, Cindy Profosky. I think I said that right. Congratulations. And I see that Cindy's on, so I'm so glad that she's on the Zoom tonight. Congratulations, Cindy, and please forgive me for not seeing that name. And we're proud of you, because it's just the beginning of the ride. And I got to give a shout out to Craig Collins, because I know that he really made a decision that he was going to start sharing, because it's his turn. It's not just his turn to be his healthiest self and live his life to the fullest, but it's his turn to really make something with this Isagenix business. And he had a couple enrollments last week, and I saw that go through on IsoPulse, and I was just so proud that he said the words and he did the actions, and that just that lights me up. So congratulations again, Craig, and so excited for each and every one of us. You know what? The promotions are over, but our lives aren't. So it's go time. Put that foot down, that pedal to the metal, and let's do this. And we'll see you guys next week on this amazing Zoom. Thanks again, Monique. You're amazing. Everybody, I think you're a powerhouse. Woo, woo, woo. And I just love you. And I love when you train. You guys go ahead and unmute yourself, and Monique is going to take us out.
I love getting to yell. All right.
But Albie Shepherd, we want to hear the kids yell too.
Yeah. Have a great week, everybody. 3, 2, 1.
Thank you, Monique.
Thank you, Monique. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Hi, Debbie.
Bye.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Bye, Brandon.
There he is.
Hi,
Bye.
Bye.
Raven. Oh, did I miss her?